Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and the return of a constructor after over a year. This is Olof Helleblad Jonsson, I'm going to say, given the Olof, who has created a puzzle called Disco Floor for us today. And I'll have a look at that in a moment. And don't forget that in a couple of days' time, we'll be producing the Patreon reward. That's coming on the 1st of July. 4 p.m. our time on Patreon. You can have a go at Regeneration, which indeed features some yellow worms in it. So you're going to have to divide up the worms and solve the puzzles. We think it's entertaining, and we hope you will very much be entertained by it. Slightly easier than recent months. Do give that a try. There's other stuff on Patreon. There's our crosswords videos and all the connections videos as well. We've got all of our apps featuring line Sudoku and the latest Fog of War Sudoku. Well, even later than that, the 2 worms by Marty Sears and James Sinclair are available as well through the app methodology. Check the links under the video. Thank you. If you do have a look at them, and also, of course, we've got SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD linked under the video. Check it all out. But this puzzle is called Disco Floor, and the rules are as follows. Normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 will go in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. There's already a 6 in the grid. Each line has a unique non-negative number associated with it. This number indicates the difference between adjacent digits along that line. Ah, well, these are sort of same difference lines. One of the puzzles in the Regeneration has those, and one of them in a forthcoming worm as well. So the difference between those 2 cells will be the same as the difference between those 2 cells, depending on what number is associated with this line. Which number will be unique and non-negative. Okay, those are the rules. Give it a try. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. So I think there's probably 2 clues to a certain feature of this. Obviously, the non-negative numbers are going to be integers. That's not really what I'm talking about. The reason we know they're going to be integers is that the cells are going to be populated by Sudoku digits, which are integers, and the difference between any 2 of those is integral. Now, it's that word non-negative in the rule set that I think is giving us a clue here. But I think we could have found the same clue by counting the number of lines and working out the maximum difference. So count the lines. I think you will find there are 9. That's my count, which was what I was expecting. The maximum difference on a line between any 2 cells is between the digits 1 and 9. So the maximum difference on a line is 8. And obviously, if we've got 9 lines, we can't use just the numbers 1 to 8. Now, what else is non-negative but is a number? And I think the answer is 0. And I think there was a clue in the use of non-negative, because Olof could have written positive, but he didn't. Positive is clearly a simpler word, but he didn't. He wrote non-negative, and I think from that point we could expect there to be a line with the number 0 associated with it. But I think we've just proved it by analysing the maximum difference. And it's quite interesting. Normally in a Sudoku puzzle, when you get 9 of something, and you're told it's 9 different numbers, those 9 different numbers are always going to be 1 to 9. This time, the numbers associated with these lines are not. They're 0 to 8. And one of these lines, therefore, has a difference of 0 between each pair of cells on it. And it can't be anything where the 2 cells see each other either in a straight line or in the same box. And I think it's got to be this line that has the 0 difference. And all 3 of those digits can be the same and thus achieve this 0 difference. In fact, let's colour them all orange. They're all going to be the same digit. What color is this line that we've got? It's sort of not quite yellow and it's not quite green. Do we call that chartreuse, maybe? Maybe I'm too dipsomaniac or too interested in crossword clues where chartreuse always breaks up as chart reuse. Anyway, you don't want to know about that. You want to know about these lines. We have found the one with the 0 difference. Now, I don't think we can just go on looking for the one with the 1 difference, because any of these lines could have one difference. 1 is probably the easiest thing. What about the 8 difference, the line which has 8 associated with it? Well, you could put 1 9 there, or 1 9 there, or there. You could even have this line, 1 9 1 9. Oh, so maybe let's consider the lines. Right, this is 6 cells long. Okay, here's the thing about lines where all the digits see each other. They have to be a sequence, ascending or descending. Now, why do I know that? I know that because consider the move from this cell to this cell. And let's call the difference between the cells A, and this cell B, and this one C. The difference between B and C is A, but the difference between C and the next cell D is also A, but we can't go back to B because it's seen. So we'd have to go in the same direction from B to C and from C to D. And that's going to apply all the way along this line. The same direction of travel, either up or down, is going to apply. So this line is 6 digits in a sequence. And they're all different. You can't possibly do that even with a difference of 2. So this is the 1 line, which has, it's basically sort of white dots all the way along. They're all consecutive. It's either, it's like a Renban thermo combined. 1 2 3 4 5 6, or 2 3 4 5 6 7, or 3 4 5 6 7 8, or 4 5 6 7 8 9. Then let's move on to this line, in which the 5 digits all see each other. And now I think this has to be the 2 line, because again we've got this ascending or descending issue. And we can't use a difference of 1 or 0 anymore. So surely we've got to move up to the difference of 2. And now finally we actually get a digit in the grid, because this has to be all the odd digits going either 1 3 5 7 9 or 9 7 5 3 1. And we can put the 5 in the middle, flank it with a 3 7 pair and a 1 9 pair. Now, this one could be the 3 line. This, I mean, by the time we get to this line, because we've used up 1 and 2, we're going to have to go up and back down. And this one can do that, or down and back up. Because as it goes round the corner, that digit can be the same as that. That one could even be the same as that. Oh, hang on, does this 5 operate down here? So this line, as I said, it's like a Renban in that the numbers are all consecutive and different. And they must include the number 5 on this line. They must also include 4 and 6 on a 6-cell line. So the line 5 obviously can't sit in those cells by Sudoku now. So it's either there or it can't be here, because you would hit the end of the Sudoku sequence of numbers by the time you got to here. So 5 is in one of those 2 cells. I don't know that that's very helpful. It either goes 4 5 6 7 8 9, or 6 5 4 3 2 1, or from this end 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is that worth pencil marking? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it just to see what it looks like, because I might be missing something about how it works. That's the two variants with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the alternative is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or the other way around, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't think that pencil marking was all that helpful. Oh well, okay, so let's consider the other lines then. We've used up 0, 1, and 2. Right, these two have 3 cell sequences that see each other. And 5, I don't think 5 will work for those. It won't. Again, you've got a sequence going up or down with steps of either 3 or 4. The 4-stepper, the 4-stepper would have to go 1, 5, 9. So that can't be here because that digit would be a 5. Yeah, this ascending or descending, the same direction trope works for both of these. So this is going to be the 4-stepper line with the 5 in the middle and a 1, 9 flanking it. And this is going to be the 3-stepper line. That's difficult. Okay, what we know is it doesn't use 2, 5, and 8. It uses one modular set. It's either going 3, 6, 9, or 9, 6, 3, or 1, 4, 7, or 7, 4, 1. But it cannot go 2, 5, 8 because the 5s would clash. So this middly digit is either, what did I say, 4 or 6. This one, well, there's things ruled out. It can't be 3, so if that's a 6, it's going 9, 6, 3. If that's a 4, we can't put a 7 here, so it's going 1, 4, 7. And then having got to this sort of end digit, it's got to go back the other way and repeat that one. But then here, it could use either that digit or that one. So I'm not going to pencil mark that cell. Now, the remaining lines, there are not many of them, are going to be 5, they're going to have numbers associated with them of 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, well, hang on. Where can we put? Right, the 8 line is going to be just a 1 and a 9. Well, they can't go there because neither digit can actually be a 1 and a 9 based on these. They can't go here because neither digit can be a 1 and a 9. And on this line, this digit can't be a 1 or a 9. So this line is the 8 line, and every digit on it is a 1 or a 9, and they alternate. That's a surprise. The 8 line is long, or longer than 7, 6, and 5. Now, let's think about the 7, 6, and 5. The 7 line is either going to go 1, 8, or 2, 9, and that cannot be here, because these digits see 1 and 9. And you need one of them on the 7 line. Actually, I think it's the same up here. This one sees 1 and 9, and this one sees 1 and 9. Neither of those can be 1 or 9, and that's not the 7 line. This is the 7 line. The digit that is going to be 1 or 9 is sitting here, and this number is this cell is going to be 2 or 8. That's so weird. And we found the 8 and 7 line to go with the 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. These other two are going to be 5 and 6. Now, before I do them or try them or work out what I even think, I'm looking at this 1, 9 pair, which see this cell. So that can't be 1 or 9. And now that is 4 or 6, and this is where the 5 goes next to it on this line. So this is 4 or 6 again. This is 3 or 7. This is 2 or 8, not 5. And this is 1 or 9. I have a feeling it's the 6 that's going to be telling me about disambiguation between high and low numbers, which I'm not really getting from anything else. Anyway, 6 in this box. Okay, let's do a bit of Sudokus in one of those two cells. Okay, I'm going to remove all the sort of associated pencil marks and just now use corner marks to indicate places within a box where a digit can be. 6 is in one of those cells. Actually, these are from 2, 4, and 8. This line has either a 5 difference or a 6 difference. If it's whichever of these has the 6 difference, because none of these digits can be 1 or 9, whichever one is the 6 difference is a 2-8 pair. And whichever one is the 5 difference, again we can't use 1 or 9. So the 5 difference is either going to be 2, 7 or 3, 8. So all these cells that we're in on these lines are selected from 2, 3, 7 and 8. If that's the 2, 8 pair, this is a 4. That would be 3 or 7, that would be 2 or 8. I'm wondering if I should be using 1, 9 pairs as well. I mean, there is another 1 or 9 to come in this box. It can't be in this column where we've had 1 and 9, or in column 8 where we've had 1 and 9. So it's in this column. It can't be in that cell because we've had 1, 9 in the row. I don't know, maybe that's not the way to do it. I'm hovering. I'm going back to thinking about the 6, 5 lines. Or maybe this 0 difference line where these are all the same. This digit is going to be in one of those 3 down here. Oh, lovely. Where's 6 in this column? Oh, that's a beautiful question. It's got to be right here because of the pencil marking. And this one. Okay, so 6 is there. That's going to fix this line finally. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, that 9's looking at this cell. And we jump in increments of, or differences of 8 all the way up there. That 9 is looking up here. 1, this is a sequence, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 2 steppers. This is now a 9 because it sees a 1, and that's a 1. I don't think that digit's been resolved. I can put 9 in this box. Oh, look, 8 and 7 are looking at this cell. So that's the low number on this 5 or 6 difference, and that's the high one. Now, in this box, oh, hang on. First of all, 9 is looking at that. That's a 1. What was this difference? This is the 7 difference line, so that's an 8. Ah, this is intriguing. We can place 1 in box 8, and then we can place 2 and 3, because we've got that 3 at the top. This is very clever, isn't it? I really like this puzzle. It's really elegant. Okay, I can place 1 in row 5. It's got to be in one of those 3 cells. This digit says it's not there. If it was here, all the orange cells would be a 1, and that would create all sorts of clashes. So it must be there in row 5. Now that looks at this cell. That's a 9. This goes 9, 6, 3, 6. And then this can't be a 3 anymore, so that's a 9. And this 3-stepper line is resolved. I still don't know which of these is the 5 difference and which is the 6 difference, but we're making good progress. There's an 8 in one of these cells by Sudoku, so that's not 8. I don't know if that's quite told me what's going on, probably not. I'm just looking for Sudoku at the moment. There's probably a lot to do. Oh, what is the orange digit? Any one of these orange digits looking at a number says it's not that number. So let's start here. It's not 398751. It's also not 6 here. So the orange digit is 2 or 4. Right, there we go. And that has to be in one of these cells. because of those two being in column 2 and 3, the one in column 1 that's orange has to be here, so it has to be in the corner, and it has to be 2. So that is a 2 throughout. Now, we don't have 2 available in this box, so we've got a 4-8 pair. What has that done to this? To have a difference of 5 or 6, we can forget the difference of 6 because this can't be 2-8. This is the 5 line and it must go 3-8. This is the 6 line, so this is an 8. And we've done all the lines in the puzzle. So the rest is Sudoku, as Hamlet so nearly said at the end of the play. 6, 8, 2, 9. This is a naked 7. This is a 2-8 pair. In the bottom row, don't know, these are 3, 4, 5. These are the difficult digits in this puzzle. I'm sure there's easy things to do now, and I just can't see them yet. Right, that's the 1 in box 1. That's a 5. This row needs 1, 4, 8. That digit is not 8. These two aren't 1 because of those. Right. So that's a 1. This is a 4-8 pair. This is a 5, 7, 9 triple. We know which one is the 9. This is a 2, 4, 8 triple. We know which one is the 2 first of all. Then we can place 8, then 4. 5 and 6 here are resolved. 3 and 8 to place in column 5. 4 and 7, is it? In column 6. This is 3 or 4. Let's just do some Sudoku and note the possibilities. Right, in this row, one of those is a 7. There's a sort of X-wing on 7s. That's going to put the S7 in column 9 in one of those cells, but that doesn't do anything. 5 in box 7. That's been shouting at me for a while. That leaves a 3, 4 pair. This is now 7. That fixes 4, 7. Now I know where the 7 is in box 6. Now we need what down here? 3, 4, 6. Don't know how they fall out. That is 3 or 4. 6 in this row is over this side. Yes, sorry, the 3, 4, 6 were done. I just didn't see it. And I think this is going to get us pretty close to the finish line. 3, 8 there is done. That fixes 2, 8. That fixes a 6 into the corner. This 5, 7 pair is not resolved. This is a 2, 5 pair. That still doesn't fix it. Now we get 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spot. Light. Losing its religion. 7 and 4 there. 7 and 5 there. Let's get rid of that orange colouring. Didn't use it again. It did a lovely bit of a job. And then we've just got a 5 and a 6 here, and we're done. And that is a very clever puzzle. Disco floor, just because we're throwing some multicoloured shapes on the floor, I guess, by Olaf, and that's worked really well. Nice. Hope you had a go at that. I think we've seen puzzles with, I don't know, maybe not exactly with different lines that are all different on them, but it's nice. That's really nice. That line was the 3 line, wasn't it? Yeah, I think that's all right. Excellent. Good fun. Thank you very much for watching us on the channel. We will be back tomorrow with 2 more Sudoku videos. Do watch us then. And we'll say goodbye for now. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.